Well, here we are in Newfoundland, fresh off the ferry.
Bump.
Bump. Wow. It also looks a little fogged in and perhaps not the greatest weather today.
Now we got to figure out which way to go.
We do got to figure it out. Well, it was pouring shortly after we got off the ferry at St. Barb in Newfoundland. The water was pooling so bad on the highway that I'm really glad I wasn't driving.
Did you see that sign? There was
I did not.
a Viking feast dinner theater.
Oh,
somewhere.
Viking dinner
Whoa,
theater.
Oh, that could be interesting.
We are on our way on the western peninsula,
North
to its
western.
northern points, which of course brings us to L Anse Aux Meadows, the Viking settlement, first Viking settlement on the continent, on the American continent, North American continent, I guess. So hopefully, fingers crossed tomorrow. Fingers crossed that the weather will be better and I can do some video, because most of the ride was right up the coast, and by right up the coast I mean like 20 feet. But we were fogged in and stormed in, and so we didn't have much today. And we have been, since we got off the ferry, on the Viking Trail. So, and we are definitely up here near L Anse Aux Meadows. And so, it's exciting. Everything is very Viking-centric up here.
It's a distant it's a distant view, but it's a damn good view. And we're boondocking in our first night in Newfoundland. And where are we at, dear?
A kilometer from L Anse Aux Meadows.
A kilometer away from the only known site where Vikings actually lived in the New World. I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 years before Columbus came here. So pretty cool. We're gonna go check out the Viking settlement. It's a National Heritage Site and maybe a national park.
And I think it might be a UNESCO World Heritage Site too, I think.
Can you see her through the screen?
Hello.
So anyway, we're in this great boondocking spot that we found on iOverlander, and it's just us and one other vehicle, or a camper van from Quebec up here. So,
and they seem to be hiding from us.
Yeah, they don't want to be social, so that's okay. More quiet for us. Everybody we've met here has been really chatty, so the locals have been real chatty, so real friendly.
Super helpful.
Super helpful. Nobody's uptight. My God, you can camp anywhere, they don't care. But we're actually on a piece of land where people gather, cut, and split firewood, so for their families for the winter. So just a big piece of common land outside of a little cove. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Oh, and the best thing about this spot, we didn't even mention this. What is the best thing about this spot, dear?
The best thing about this spot is...
What are we missing?
What are we missing? Oh, there don't seem to be any black flies, but I don't want to say it out loud. I have like 25 bites on my neck and head.
We were ate alive in Labrador, so far this is pretty sweet. Hopefully they'll stay away. We're at L Anse Aux Meadows this morning. Foggy and supposed to rain, but
very atmospheric.
I can smell the Vikings. Recreation of a small Viking boat. A map depicting the route the Vikings took from Greenland down into the New World. This is a trail which leads from the visitor center through the archaeological site of the original settlement and to the recreated Viking village that we will visit. This is the actual site where they excavated the buildings and the forge. House and workshop here. More dwellings here. Another workshop. Onward into the reconstructed village of what they think it looked like when the Vikings inhabited this bit of beach. Hello.
Hello.
You've got it nice and comfy in here.
Any other questions?
This is peat.
Yeah.
Sod right there.
Oh, yeah.
A 1,000 years later, and it's still a lonely coast.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Nice little reenactors in there.
Yes. Really awesome. There was a guy making like pins to hold your shirts and your cloaks on. There was, his name was Yelty. And there was a fella in the forge, the blacksmith, Ragnar. Really great reenactors. Happy to talk about everything. The ladies in the weaving room were awesome. Really cool.
We've decided to return to the visitor center via this trail, which is called the Birchy Nuttic Trail. I'll spell that. And it's a couple of miles long and will bring you along the coast and through the bogs.
Here be dragons.
Some of it on boardwalks back to the visitor center. So we'll take a look and see what we find on it. Well, it looks like we're finding some fairy houses here. Or maybe even a gnome town. And here's a fairy high-rise. That's a super nice one there. Nice beach house. Looks like the path is going up there. That was interesting. The Quebecois, the French woman, thought I had an English accent. I've never gotten that before.
I don't know what part of England.
I guess the southern part. Here's some pitcher plants in the bog. Actually, there's a ton of them right here.
And it's got the sticky, whatever they call that in there to catch its prey.
Here we are at the Leif Erikson statue. And he is quite a big fella. We have moved down the coast a little bit to the Norstead Viking village. Let's see what awaits us in here.
This one is 54 foot long. She's got a beam of 16 foot, a depth of 6 foot. There's 2,700 rivets, 1,600 canals, a 47-foot mast, and a 1,000 square foot sail. She was constructed over in Maine by Rob Stevens. It took 2 years to build her. Then they cargo shipped her over to Greenland, where a crew of 9 set sail from Greenland to Newfoundland to reenact the journey of the Greenlanders. And it took them 87 days to reach L Anse Aux Meadows.
Oh, rain's coming.
Wow, he was really, really good, wasn't he?
We have another longhouse to explore. Cool.
So an Icelander could, a modern Icelander could talk to a Norseman and their languages be understood.
So what did you think of Norstead?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
So well done. You asked and they said it was like built in 99.
1999.
And I don't know, it feels very authentic, like somebody was really paying attention to both the building and the reenactments.
So this is called Norstead, and it's a reenactment Viking village, but it's commercial.
Yeah, like the port village.
It's a commercial enterprise instead of the World Heritage Site at L Anse Aux Meadows,
which was strictly repairing the ships to go from here down to like Nova Scotia. This was their commercial port where they would have traded for things. Like one of the things they traded for was dark colored wool that they couldn't make with natural dyes here.
But anyway, a local guy at a grocery store told us to make sure that we came here, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was a good tip.
The reenactors here were, for the most part, very
superb.
Superb.
I mean, you
So,
could ask them something and golly, they knew everything, you know?
Anyway, it was cool.
And here
I'm glad
comes
we
the
did
rain.
it. Yep.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. I think we're going to get wet for the rest of the day. We're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have more Newfoundland adventures coming your way. And we're going to leave you with this beautiful sunset out our camper door. Pretty sunset tonight.